and I'm just introducing my intermediate to advanced course, which is available on. And in this course, we will be covering various aspects of learning the concertina to an intermediate and advanced standard, including finger work, particularly on the low notes, ornamentation, playing notes on the outside row, which would include B flat and low C sharp and stuff, and also one or two longer tunes and more unusual tunes. On this particular video, I'm going to teach you a tune that I composed myself, a reel, called Nana Joe's. And this reel in this reel, I'm going to focus on some of the finger work around the low G, low B, and low A, which can be tricky to play together. So I'm going to play the tune for you twice through. So now I'm going to teach you the tune in 2-bar segments. I will repeat each segment a few times then, and so that you can learn it with me. The first 2 bars are. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I'm doing there. I'm using high D and E on the right hand side. And then the next bars. So first of all, I'm cutting the E there with a G just above it. And then when I'm going from low B down to low A, I use my 3rd finger on low A on the outside row. So I go. That's to avoid jumping with my little finger from B to low A, which is quite tricky. It's very common to use your 3rd finger for low A on the outside row. Okay, so. Okay, so the first 2 bars all together. And then the next bit starts with a low B and then a D roll. So for the D roll, I'm going D, high D, B, D, all on the pull. I'll do that one more time. Bars 3 and 4. So from the start. Okay, I'll try that one more time. Okay, and when you're leading into the second part, there's a few ways of doing this. I frequently get asked what system I play on of concertina, and really, to be honest, there is obviously a Wheatstone system and a Jeffries system, and I'm playing a Jeffries at the moment. But what that all the one difference that people need to remember, the only one difference is where the C sharp is. On the Jeffries, the C sharp on the push is with my second finger on the outside row. Okay, I'm covering up these top ones just so that you don't think I'm using them. Okay, so it's with my second finger on the outside row, and then I also have one with my first finger, which is on the pull, and then that one's on the push. On the Wheatstone, it can be the opposite. The first finger can be push, and the second finger can be a pull, C sharp maybe, but it vary. Every single instrument is different, and there are some Jeffries that have it the other way around, because what a lot of people end up doing is just opening up the instrument, taking out their reed pan and swapping around where their C sharp reeds are, suiting what they're used to. So that is the only difference, and so you will notice me sometimes playing my C sharp on the push with my second finger and the first finger with my pull. Okay, so the next bar 5, the lead-in note is a C sharp, and you've just finished on a B. So if you can play your C sharp with your second finger, like I can, you can move very smoothly from B on the pull to C sharp, or you can go from B on the left-hand side, which is the second row, on the push, and then over to C sharp on the push with your first finger. Okay. So, leading from C sharp, the next two bars are. Okay, I'll do that again. Okay, so here I am using my high D on the left hand side, and what I want you to remember about fingering is that there's no wrong way to finger a tune. As long as you're not cross fingering, which means jumping from one button to the next with the same finger. And the second rule is try to avoid doing big long phrases where your bellows are going out too far, or your bellows are going in like that and you've got no air left. Okay, but if you stick to avoiding cross fingering and avoiding long phrases of pull, 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 or push, 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 then there is no wrong way to finger a tune, and most concertina players will finger it completely differently from each other. So yeah, the next two bars again are. Okay, and one more time. And then like in bar 2, in bar 6 is the same. From low B to low A. Okay, and then the last two bars are. Okay, so you got your B, low B up to a D roll again. Okay, so the first part, I'm going to play all of it together and you can try play along. 1, 2. Okay, so the second part, the first two bars sound like this. Okay, so you'll know some fingering issues there with B to C sharp. So remember what I said in the first part. If you've got a C sharp with your second finger on the right hand side, you can play B with your first into C sharp with your second finger. If you've only got a C sharp with your first finger, you're going to have to go over to the second finger, B, on the left hand side to lead in. Otherwise you're going to be jumping with the same finger, and you want to avoid doing that. At this point as well in your playing, you should be very, very comfortable with where your two Bs are, your two C naturals, your two high Ds and your two high Es, and your three As and your three Gs that are on your instrument. And the best way to get comfortable with all of these is to get yourself a good map of the concertina, and also to practice scales in different fingering sequences. They're very good exercises. So the second part. One more time. And then the next two bars are. Okay. I used my low D on the push there, which is the same button as F, because I felt that my bellows was going out really far and I needed some air. So I pushed in the D and then pushed the air button with it. So try and practice that subtle, like it's like a subtle movement. Just, you're not fully pressing the air button, but you're giving a little tip every time you need some air, and try and work that into your tune so that you can do it kind of inconspicuously and you don't hear a big puff every time you need to press your air button. So okay, the first 4 bars of the second part. Okay, now the next 2 bars are F, A are the leading notes into the next bar. So what I did there was I played the D on the pull on the right hand side and C sharp with my first finger, because I have it on the pull with my first finger. So another sequence there would be to C sharp. So there are numerous ways of fingering that passage, but B to C sharp with your first finger on B and C sharp on the second, or like I've been saying earlier on the tune, you can go to B on the left hand side. So you can go. Okay. The last 2 bars are. Okay, alright, so all the second part sounds like this. We'll do whole tune practice, where we'll play the whole tune at a nice steady pace, and we'll play each part twice. I will count us in. 1, 2.